That court concluded that her one-time romantic relationship with former special prosecutor Nathan Wade was the only remedy to restore public confidence in the case. It'll now be up to the prosecuting attorney's counsel at Georgia to find another prosecutor and to decide whether to continue to pursue the case.
It is the latest legal victory for the president-elect in criminal cases that once threatened his freedom. But what does the ruling mean for the Georgia case?
Let's get over to Fox 5's Christopher King, who spoke with a legal expert. Christopher, what do they think?
Well, Tom and Courtney, legal experts say the Georgia criminal case against President-elect Trump technically still goes forward. But if the appellate court ruling holds, a panel would have to find a new prosecutor, and that is a lot more complicated than it sounds. The State Court of Appeals on Thursday dismissed Fulton County DA Fani Willis from the election interference case against President-elect Donald Trump and his allies here in Georgia.
And this case has taken on a life of its own where it became predictably unpredictable.
But the case sat stalled for months. The defense cited a romantic relationship between Willis and special prosecutor Nathan Wade.
You cannot have the appearance of impropriety.
Darrell Cohen is a former Fulton County prosecutor who once worked with Willis.
And Fani, who's a great person, in my view, used bad judgment. The perception of having impropriety is far too great to allow her to continue as the prosecutor.
Does this case go away?
The case technically would not go away.
Assuming the appeals court ruling holds, the Georgia Prosecuting Attorney's Council could appoint another prosecutor. All but a handful of other potential new teams would lack the immense resources available to the Fulton County DA.
Smaller district attorneys' offices obviously have less resources.
So it's conceivable that some aspect of the case could go forward at some point.
Jonathan Nash is a professor at Emory University's law school. He says a new prosecutor could choose a different path from Willis.
That prosecutor, if there is one, could decide to narrow the case, possibly drop some defendants. This also is possible that the case does in the end just go away.
The New York hush money case is still alive, but special counsel Jack Smith dropped the federal documents and election interference cases. So, is President-elect Trump in the legal clear?
As long as he is the president, he doesn't have to worry.
Now, Willis filed an appeal. She'll ask the state Supreme Court to review the decision. There is the possibility that court could reinstate her, but experts say it's unlikely that court would even consider that case. And what about the remaining cases against allies of the president-elect? Well, experts say those likely will go the same way as the case against the president-elect. Tom, Courtney?
Yeah, really remarkable development in this situation, given where we were maybe just a year ago. Christopher, thanks.